So, excuse the weird angle. I am filming this video in my car because I've realized that I've got a really big week and that I literally don't have time to sit down and make a YouTube video. So today I'm chatting about the new announcement by the why have I got my glasses on? I didn't even realize. Sorry. Take two. So today we're chatting about the recent announcement early this month by the DHAA saying that we can apply for service provider numbers as of 1st of July 2022. So this applies for all dental hygienists, oral health therapists and dental therapists in Australia. So this is quite a landmark achievement. There's been loads of lobbying from both DHAA and ADOTA, so thank you to our forefathers and mothers for paving the way for us. Last year we became independent practitioners, and now as of next year we can apply for Medicare service provider numbers. So at the moment, we can claim treatment only through the Child Dental Benefit Scheme, which is a Commonwealth scheme under Medicare. But this is a really good stepping stone moving forward and negotiating with private health funds to recognise our service provider numbers as well. So basically I'm here today because I had someone message through to me and ask, what do these changes mean for practice? And there are probably a few things that you may not have thought about. I had to really sit down and think of the different sort of changes that may occur as of being able to apply for a provider number. So that's what I'm going to chat about today. I hope that gives you a really good insight. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The first thing that came to mind for me is with a provider number comes more responsibility. So will this result in an increase in our indemnity insurance? Number two, at the moment, if a patient requests a refund from, say, Medicare or the health fund, usually that happens through the practice or the practice principal or however the financial structure is set up for that specific clinic. If we were to get provider numbers, they may ask the rebate from us personally. So that's number two. Number three, could insurance companies decide to pay less on cleans done by hygienists? So the reason why I say this is because keep in mind that specialists are actually rebated more than dentists for cleans. So that's just a thought. Number four, will having a provider number see a lot more of us move into commission? So there's been lots of conversations about this in the past. As with everything, there are pros and cons. Those are the first things that stand out to me. I'm sure there's more that I've missed, but hopefully that fuels the conversation in your own circles and with your own colleagues about the potential changes there may be for us in the future. Love iced coffee in the morning. So now I'm going to talk about the potential changes to each sector, so public, private and independent practice. As I see it from my point of view, the biggest changes are going to be within independent practice. So I'll start with that. So previously, to open your own clinic as a dental hygienist, a therapist or oral health therapist, you needed to practice under the provider number of a dentist. And there are not very many dentists out there that would give their provider number to a random clinician. You'd really have to have a personal and professional relationship with this dentist. You'd be very hard pressed to come by someone who would just be like, hey, here's my provider number. There's been lots of conversations about this in the past, and it's quite openly known that the ADA actually don't encourage dentists to share their provider numbers like that. So currently hygienists, OHTs that do use a dentist's provider number for independent practice usually have a really good structured relationship with them. So most independent practitioners at the moment who do have their own clinics, what they do is create affordable fee structures to sort of balance not being able to claim from a private health fund. So that's how most of them operate at the moment. However, now that we can apply for a service provider number, depending on the demographic of your clinic, if you provide a lot of child dental benefits scheme treatment and see a lot of those patients, this is going to benefit you hugely. And hopefully moving forward with the advocacy with private health funds, that will be the next step for you guys. In terms of the public sector, it's a really, really great step in expanding oral health services in hard to reach areas. So aged care, regional and rural areas, disability sectors, so it is massive. Previously, non-government organisations would find it really hard to employ dental hygienists and oral health therapists because they couldn't claim for treatment under Commonwealth government schemes. So this is going to be great to increase further care. So next year you'll be able to refer patients off for OPGs without having a dentist to sign off on it, which is huge. Imagine working in a rural clinic in the outback somewhere, a patient really needs an OPG, there's no dentist on site and you can't refer them. Such a huge barrier to care. So from next year, if you've got a service provider number, you will be able to do this without a dentist. And in terms of the private sector, I think there may be more of a transition to more commission-based pay structures. If you perform a lot of therapy work, and again, if the demographic of your clinic provides a really high level of child dental benefits scheme patients, then it will really benefit you. You'll be able to use it as grounds to negotiate your pay, move into a commission-based structure if that's what you want. That's a whole other video in itself that I have touched base on in the past. So if you want help negotiating wage, particularly commission, I will leave the link in the drop-down box below. If you do have adult scope, you'll be able to claim treatment under your provider number. However, this doesn't apply for private health funds as of yet, as I spoke about earlier in the video. So guys, that's the breakdown of how provider numbers will affect the public, private and independent practitioner sectors. I hope that gave you a really good insight into what may change as the new year rolls around. Let me know if I've missed anything. Always, if you've got any other questions, let me know. I love making these videos for you guys. I might make this a segment, just car talks with Emma Talks Teeth. Let me know. Hope you guys have a wonderful week and I will chat to you next time. Bye. I had someone ask me last week whether I go into Starbucks every single day, and I'm going to dispel that myth now. I do not. This is just a homemade coffee and it's just a Starbucks cup that I bought. It makes me feel that I bought a coffee.